What do I do after school? I got a question from one of my YouTube viewers, Martin, love you guys, who wrote in to say he's graduating school and he doesn't know what to do next. Should he go after art, which is something that he loves, but he doesn't see a way to make a lot of money? Or does he go after something more technical where it's easier to make money? He doesn't come from a wealthy background, his family isn't rich, so he's worried about being able to survive and wanted my advice on what to do. This is a really tough one, Martin. But for me, I always try to listen to my heart instead of my head every time there's a big decision in front of me. The problem with listening to your head is that your head only understands the world that currently exists. And you're gonna make a logical decision where your heart will help you make a new world and a new reality for yourself and be able to live your dreams. That comes from your heart, it doesn't come from your head. You can make a lot of money as an artist. It may come with a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, but you can make a lot of money. If you go the technical route, here's two things that are going to happen to you, okay? The first off is you're never going to be great at what you do. You might have a good job, you know, you might make a good amount of money, but you're never going to be great. You're never going to be #1 in your field because you're not passionate about this. You don't want to be in technical school. You want to be in a technical job. And you're not going to bring the energy, the momentum, the creativity, the drive, everything you need to be successful. You're not going to bring it full on because you're not excited about this job. And the second thing that's going to happen is you're going to be constantly living in regret. You're going to think about it and say, you know, what if I went this other way with my life? What if I went that path, the art route? What would my life look like now? You know, you may end up like every other person who hates their job, who's just living for the weekend, making enough to get by. That's how most people live. And I really don't want that for you. And I know it's hard to break out of the shell, out of the comfortable, out of the norm, because this is how most people live their life. When I was graduating university, I had a really important choice to make with my business. I had a company. It was a startup company. I was making $300 a month. Nothing, right? Like can't survive kind of money. Eating beans every day for lunch kind of money. Nothing. And on the other hand, I was being recruited by two of the top companies in my field, where if I wanted to get a job, that's where I was going to go. And they were offering $80,000 to $100,000 a year starting salary. They were flying me off to New York, putting me up at the Waldorf Astoria, one of the most expensive hotels in the world, flying me around, recruiting me, wanting me to work for their business. What is the logical thing to do? What does my head say? Here's what you should do. I don't come from a rich family. I don't come from a poor family, but we were middle class. My parents never gave me money. But what my parents gave me was a belief in myself. And I remember anytime I had a difficulty in my childhood, whether it was school or something I was trying, sports, something didn't work out, my parents would always sit me down, you know, maybe I was crying, and they would tell me, Evan, you're a Castrelli Carmichael. You can do anything. And growing up, I always believed that. And I've taken that with me through my business career. And so when I had that decision, do I work on my $300 a month company, or do I go work for a company and make 80 to 100K and fly around the world? It took a lot of guts to say, I'm gonna do my business. It took a lot of strength, but it just felt right. Logically, it made no sense. You know, you look at this from the outside, my friends look at it and like, what are you doing? You're crazy. How could you turn down this opportunity? There's nothing happening with your company. What are you doing? And I had to listen to my heart. It just felt like I needed to do this. Like I would find a way. I had to at least try. I did not want to live the rest of my life wondering, what if I just stuck with it? And I'm so glad and so grateful that I didn't go the job route. And it was hard, and I suffered, and I doubted myself, and faced some of the most terrifying and painful situations in my life getting that business off the ground. But it did work out. And now I have my friends coming back to me who I graduated school with, and they're saying, you know what, I hate my job. I'm working 80 to 100 hours a week. I can't do this anymore. I never see my wife or my husband. I'm thinking of starting my own business. And I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I didn't go that route. If you look at when people are dying, the number one thing that they say, if they said, I wish my life was different, what do you wish? And the number one thing they say is, I wish I'd taken more chances. I don't want that to be you. I don't want that to be me. I don't want to sit back when I'm on my deathbed looking back on my life and said, this was nothing. I wish I had taken more risks, taken more chances, believed in myself more. So you're at an interesting point, Martin, where you are right now. 17, just graduating, you have the whole world in front of you. I'm sure you're getting lots of opinions from people on what to do. The best advice that I can give you is, even though it's scary, even though you don't know how it's going to work out, even though you don't see any opportunities to make money at it right now, listen to your heart and you'll find your path. Believe. For those of you watching, like the video, give it a thumbs up below. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment underneath. You have a question, leave a comment. I'll make a video response, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.